Hi friends, welcome back to another episode of Kayleigh Grows, and today is a very snowy day here in Tennessee, so I thought I might as well sit down and film a few videos for you guys. So this video I'm filming for a couple of reasons. One, I saw Becca De La Plants film a video like this, and I thought it was such a good idea. And two, I had a coworker ask me or say something like, "Oh, I can't keep any plants alive. I don't know how you do it." And I was like, dude, I kill plants too. So I thought I might as well talk about all the plants that I have killed in the past year. I think I have my list right here in front of me, but I think I killed 13 plants this year, which is less than I thought there was. But it's a decent amount of plants. That's at least one plant a month. So, most of these are outside plants. I am not good with outside plants. I try time and time again. I live in the South. It gets very, very hot. I don't have a garden or anything. I live in a townhouse, so I can't plant things in the ground. So potted plants in the South don't do the best out on the porch, but I keep trying. So I thought I might as well just talk about the plants that I killed. Without further ado, let's talk about these plants and their sad stories. So none of these are in order. I don't actually know what order I killed them in. But yeah, so the first one that I'm going to be talking about today is my Pilea mollis. So yeah, this one made me really sad. I did have this one for a couple of years, and when I first bought it, I wasn't super excited about it. I thought it was meh, fine. I got it at Lowe's, and then it started growing and it started sun stressing, and it was beautiful. So I loved this plant. I had this when I still lived in Wilmington. It came with me to my move into Tennessee, and it didn't do the best when I moved it out here. And then I lived in my small apartment. That apartment had pretty good humidity, but as soon as I brought it into this house here, it just completely croaked. So this made me pretty sad. I really did like this plant originally, but unfortunately it did die on me. But yeah, so that made me sad. Maybe I'll get another one someday. I don't really know. It was really pretty, but it wasn't my favorite plant. But who knows? Maybe I'll get another one day. Okay, the next one is my first outside plant. This is my candy tuft bush. So outside, I have this really cute, turtle planter. So one of Ryan's friends made it for me. It is completely made out of wood. It's unfinished because he said that I could paint it or stain it however I want. I really like the way it looks, just the regular wood. So I haven't done anything to it. I should probably at least seal it, but I like putting plants in it because that's what it's made for. But I keep killing the plants that I put in there. So I got a candy tuft bush because I had something like this at home in New Jersey when I grew up, and I thought it smelled really nice. I thought it was really pretty. I think this bush lasted a month. It died so fast on me. I actually think it's still sitting in front of my house in a dead pot because it made me sad that it died. It's now completely covered in snow and ice, so probably not coming back. But yeah, it didn't last long at all. I tried watering it. I think I was supposed to water it almost every day, and I can't be bothered. I work multiple jobs, so it just didn't work out for me, unfortunately. So, yep, that is one of the plants that I killed. The next one that I have is a zebra plant. I don't know if there's any other common names for this plant, but I thought that it was some sort of calathea or something when I bought it. I bought it at a grocery store. I can't remember if it's when I still lived in Wilmington or once I moved out to Tennessee. But it's a beautiful plant. It's absolutely gorgeous. I know that I had it in my old apartment, and it was doing actually really well in that old apartment. Very dramatic because it is a calathea, or at least I thought it was. It acted a lot like one. It's not actually related. But it got underwatered like a couple of times, but it still grew. I love plants that have like little fruit roll-ups that kind of come out of the soil. But this one, as soon as it moved to this house, I do not have very good humidity in this house. It completely croaked. It died so fast. Again, I tried really, really hard to keep this one alive, and it just wanted to die. Unfortunately, it did just want to die. I probably won't get another one of these someday, just because I don't even know where to get another one of these. But yeah, unfortunately, that one did not make it. I just realized how dirty my glasses are. All right, maybe you can see my eyes a little bit better now. All right, the next one is another outdoor plant, and this is my tulips. I learned the hard way that you're supposed to bring tulips inside for the winter. At my last place, I had this like cute little covered porch, and I bought 3 different types of flowers. I got daffodils, hyacinths, and tulips. The daffodils and hyacinths came back, but the tulips did not. So I guess technically I killed this one last year. It just didn't come back this year, if that makes any sense. It was really cute because I had the yellow, the purple, and the red. I liked the 3 colors all put together. But now I have a different plant growing in that pot. I think I have my dragon fruit plant growing in there. But yeah, I like tulips. I didn't know that you're supposed to bring them in. All right, the next one I'm kind of sad about, and that is my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. So I had this plant for a very long time. I had it for a couple of years, and I bought it and I thought it was so beautiful. And it kept growing really, really fast, really, really high, but then it would not give me any split leaves. It would like slowly do that. I tried giving it a moss pole, I tried giving it a trellis, I tried hanging it, and it just never did well. So I kept having to chop it back and chop it back. And then a couple of months ago, I bought a plant, and I didn't know that they could be called mini monsteras. Split leaf philodendron. I've never heard it called that before. So I bought it and I was like, wow, what is this? It's another Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. So I was planning on planting them together and hopefully getting them to grow. But the original one croaked. So I think I actually cut it back too far so that none of the nodes were able to be used anymore. And it just slowly died off. So unfortunately, I do not have that one anymore, but I have the one that I bought a couple months ago. So I do still have a Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. It's just not the original one. That original one did die this year. So I'm sad because it was a nice, beautiful, big plant, but at the same time, it wasn't doing super well. It wasn't giving me a lot of joy. So I don't like it when my plants die, but if one was going to die, I guess I'm kind of happy it was that one. All right, the next one I'm kind of embarrassed about. I got a Hoya polyneura in a, I bought a bunch of Hoyas online, like this spring, I think. And this Hoya polyneura only had 2 leaves. And I love a Hoya polyneura. I am a marine biologist, so I love the shape of it. It reminds me of like a dolphin or whale fluke. I love the veination on them. And I was so excited to get my first Hoya polyneura. I had it in this cute little tiny pot as the drainage dish. I had like a jar lid type of thing. And somehow the jar lid suction cupped to the bottom of the pot. So my Hoya drowned. It completely turned to mush. It made me really, really sad. I actually let it sit in my cabinet for a while because I was hoping it would come back. It did not come back. So I ended up buying another Hoya polyneura, and that one looks beautiful. It looks awesome. But the original one did not work out. So kind of embarrassed about that one, kind of sad, but whatever. All right, next I have my coffee plant. This is another one that I bought for outside. I have a like balcony. I posted a video of the snow coming down earlier in this video. It's looking over my balcony and it has no cover. So every plant that I put out there just slowly burns. And one of the ones was a coffee plant. I tried bringing it inside once I saw that it was starting to burn, and I think it was just too late for me to try and save it. So it very slowly died. It was completely brown, completely crisped up. So I put it back on my porch because I was like, well, I'll deal with this another time to throw it out. And then it started coming back. Like, I wasn't even touching it. I wasn't watering it myself, anything. And I was like, wow, this plant just, I guess maybe I was over loving it. And then it died again. So I don't really know what was going on. I don't know if it was like a different plant that was growing in the pot or what. So unfortunately, I do not have this coffee plant anymore. I would love to get another coffee plant, but I just don't think it does very well in the South in the summer. So maybe I'll get one for inside my house someday. I don't really know. The next one I actually bought at the same time as the coffee plant. I got a passion fruit plant, and this one I also bought for that balcony. And passion fruit, if you guys don't know, kind of grows on this vine similar to like grapes. So it has all these like long tendrils that kind of climb around stuff. So I thought that would look beautiful on the railing of my porch. And again, it just like slowly crisped up. I tried watering it, but all of them needed water like every single day. So if I missed one watering, it was just like, so that one I did not want to bring inside because it did have all those tendrils to grab on, and I didn't want it to like grab onto the drywall or anything like that. So I did not bring it inside, and that one also just slowly crisped up and died. Yeah, I don't know if next summer I'm going to try growing plants on that balcony anymore because everything that I put out there died. So yeah, even the dragon fruit plant, I brought it inside and it's doing great now, but like when it was outside, it was dying. And that is a cactus. I don't understand. But number 9 on my list is my global green pothos, unfortunately. So this one, I can't remember if I bought it in Wilmington or in Tennessee, but I did have it in my old apartment, and my old apartment, it loved it. So it like grew these long tendrils, probably like 2-3 feet long, like beautiful plant. As soon as I brought it here to this house, it died so fast. It like those vines like completely dried up and fell off. So I had to cut them back. I tried multiple different windows. I tried different areas. The first place that I had it, I do admit, was near the vent for like the heat in the AC. So I don't know if I just like, it was already on its way out and there was no saving it or what. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure why that one died. It made me sad. I did buy another plant that I think it's a yellow meringue, lemon meringue, but it looks very similar to the global green pothos. That one also isn't doing super well in my home. It's not dying as fast as the global green did, but it's also not doing super well. So yeah, unfortunately I did lose my global green pothos. I even tried taking cuttings of it and rooting the cuttings, and those also didn't work. So I'm sad that I don't have that one anymore, but oh well. What are you gonna do? All right, the next one is a purple pitcher plant. This is the second or third time I've tried to grow this, and I've killed it multiple times. I think they're beautiful. I love carnivorous plants. You've seen a couple of them on my channel. And this one, for some reason, needs so much more water than other carnivorous plants. It just like sucks it up so fast. And it turns to almost like paper when it's dying. So unfortunately, this one, I missed like one watering. It completely crisped up. I watered it again just in case, and it started to come back. And I was like, wow, this is great. And then I missed a watering again, and that crisped up, and it never came back. So that made me sad. But I think that's the last time I'm going to try that plant. The first time I didn't ask Ryan to water it when I was out of town, and so that was on me. But this time it was on me, and I also didn't water it. So I think that's the last time I'm going to try that plant. I really, really tried with it, but it just didn't work out, unfortunately. All right, the next one is a Rhaphidophora decursiva, or like a singles plant, or I've heard lots of different names for it. This one, I wouldn't say necessarily died, but I think I just put it out of its misery. So this one, it just like never grew correctly for me, which I've heard a lot of people online say the same thing. I tried climbing it on a pole, which I'm not the best with poles, just like putting it out there. But I tried letting it trail, but it kept growing these really long, like thick tendrils with no leaves on it. Just like no leaves, super, super long, like feet and feet long. So I kept having to cut it back. And then the leaves on the plant that I originally bought started yellowing off because they were getting old. They were like a year or two old. So I just put this plant out of its misery. I wanted to put something else in its pot. I don't even know what I have in the pot anymore. Oh, I have a Monstera, my Monstera Thai in that pot. I think I put something else in there before that. But, yeah, that one I put out of its misery. So that one I just didn't like. I loved it when I first got it. The split leaves are beautiful. But finally, when it was dying, I was just like not having it. So do not have that plant anymore. Whatever. All right, number 12 is another outside plant. And that is my ornamental pepper bush, or fairy lights bush, whatever you might want to call it. This one, again, I tried so hard. I had to water this one like multiple times a week, and this one was really, it would come back. So I had this one in the turtle planter as well, and it would like shrivel up, the leaves would die, but the peppers would stay. The peppers were really beautiful, and you could actually eat them, and they were spicy. So Ryan every once in a while would pick a pepper on his way in. But it was starting to get cold, so I was like, I'm going to do the responsible thing and bring it inside. It hated being inside. It absolutely hated it. It completely shriveled up. I had little tiny peppers all over my floor. I have a like shark Roomba thing, because I have a dog, a black dog. He has lots of hair. And it was just full of these peppers. So it died. I actually have it sitting in front of me on the porch covered in snow, and it just is not alive. That made me sad, but again, what are you gonna do? I tried my best with that one, and it just didn't work out. I want outdoor plants to work, but they don't like me. And then last but not least is my butterwort. So I did buy a couple of plants from Etsy, a couple of carnivorous plants. So I got 2 different sundews, which I do still have both of those. And then I got a butterwort. And this one just like never did well. I tried so many different things with it. I never got it to like root onto anything. I tried putting it in soil. I tried putting it on like a rock. I tried putting it in moss, and it just like never rooted. And then it started like crisping up on the edges of its leaves. So I tried putting it in my cabinet because I was like, oh, maybe it's not getting enough humidity. And it just never made it. I tried so many different things with this plant, and it just like never worked out. I would love to try another butterwort another time, but I feel like I need to do more research on it before I get another one. It was really tiny. It was like so small, but unfortunately it did not make it. I do still have the 2 sundews still. I thought I was going to lose one of them, but it's still alive. So I actually have 2 of the one kind of sundew, but yeah. But that is the last of the plants that I killed this year. Yeah. So I did kill 13 plants this past year. This is all in 2023. Knock on wood, I have not killed a plant yet in 2024. But there's a potential for a lot of things to be changing. I will keep you guys updated. I know that's like really cryptic, but we will see. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, give me a big thumbs up. If you like me, subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you. And I will see you guys again on the next one. Bye.